Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. Today is a day that I personally have been waiting on for quite some time, and maybe you have been as well, because today CGC finally announced that they were going to be grading Marvel trading cards. And I am pumped about that because I've had some cards in my collection since I was in high school, probably even maybe junior high, but I've had some cards in my collection for a long time. And I think it's going to be really cool to send these cards off and ultimately to have them be graded and then come back and then I can display them and all that kind of stuff. But Marvel cards just take me right back to my childhood. And so on the desk here in front of me, I have a bunch of some disgusting looking sleeves here that I have had my Marvel trading cards in for decades. And you can see that they have essentially changed colors. That's how like old these things are. But I finally freed them from these from these decrepit looking cases, and I actually put them into some fresh cases. And so I am going to literally in this video go through and plug in these cards into the CGC portal. And what I'm going to be sending in are a couple of the hologram cards that I have in the collection. I'm not going to be sending in a ton of stuff. I want to get a feel for the process. I want to get a feel for the turnaround times and whether this is something that I truly enjoy, right? But because I dig these cards, I'm going to take some time to at least send in a couple of them. And so we have a Magneto card, we have a Silver Surfer, we have an Incredible Hulk, and a few other cards here that we'll kind of go through here momentarily and individually get ready for submission. I've never mailed cards before, so I'm going to have to figure out how best to mail these things. And I'm confident that somebody out there has a YouTube video or 1,000 that will guide me through that process. So I'm actually going to try to share my screen here, and then I will endeavor to start plugging these things in. So this is the portal here, the CGC cards portal. So it's cgccards.com right there. And we're going to go ahead and submit some things. So submission form is what we want to select. My submissions is the option. You're correct. I have not submitted in a very long time. So let's go ahead and just select that. And where do I go? Online form. Here we go. Submit to our office trading cards online form. So I actually entered into this originally through my regular pathway, which is on the comic side, but I went ahead and went down a little bit of path that got me here. So now we are looking at the CGC trading cards online submission form. And I want to click this button, start new order. So let's go ahead and do that. Then I'm going to select the mail in or show drop off. So we're going to select that. And then we are going to have this thing graded, and I have to agree to that disclaimer. Let me go back up just so there was grading, there was crossover, there was reholder, and mechanical errors or returns is essentially what that was. So I selected grading, and now it wants me to select tier. I don't really know what these tiers are, but there's bulk, and I'm definitely not submitting 50 card minimum, so that's not going to happen. But there is an economy, which has a value of 500 per card max, standard, which is 1,000, express, which is 10,000, walkthrough at 50,000, and unlimited walkthrough over here, which is a charge for the process, but then also an assessment of FMV. So I'm going to go ahead and select economy because that's probably going to be the best bet. And it looks like it's going to cost me $21.25 to do this. So I selected that. And then it's giving me a couple of options here. Subgrades for centering, corners, edges, surface. We are going to skip that. That costs $12.75, which is a lot of money. High res scan for $5. We're going to skip that. And then there's an error. Select this service for any cards with a printing error. I do not believe we have that. So I'm going to just go ahead and click add trading card. So now we have this grading economy max declare value of $500. Add trading card lookup. All right. So I did play around with this a short while ago to try to figure out what the best way is to submit this card or submit these cards, because these don't have, I guess they do have a number of some sort on the back side of them. There's a little bit of a number there. So what I found is that if you key in that number, that's the best way to find it. I tried searching for Magneto, Marvel cards, and that got me some results. But the best way I do believe is going to be to use the codes that are on the back side of the card. I think potentially that's going to be the best way to go. So let me go ahead and try to plug that in. And in the case of this Magneto card, this is a hologram. The number is MH2. MH2 is what I'm going to type in. And from there, I got a drop down. There we go. So Marvel 1990 Magneto MH2, which is what this is. There you go. So I think that that is it. I'm going to go ahead and select that one. I have no clue what the value. I have no clue what the value is of these. So I'm just going to assign a value of $5 and call it a day. I also have collectible insurance. So I believe that I do have some kind of protection when I mail things out in case something goes wrong. So again, I feel very comfortable with $5. I may need to do some research into figuring out what the actual, how to determine the value of these. And I'm guessing it's going to be similar to a card, a comic, right? You do a dirty grade of it, and then you assign a value that way. So there is another card that we're going to send in. This is a Silver Surfer card, Silver Surfer hologram right here. And on the back side of this one, this is MH3, MH3. So we're going to go ahead and type that in. MH3, and that gives me that another option. So we have Silver Surfer MH3, Marvel Universe Series Hologram English. So we're going to go ahead and select that. Going to give it the same value, $5, and I'm going to add that. And then, so those were the only two that I have from the 1990s. I have another here from 1991, and this is an Incredible Hulk card. I need to look at the others. Do I have any more from 1992? Oh no, 1991. Sorry. I think I do have a couple more from 91. All right. So this one is this one is H2. So it's H2. And I think I learned that I do need to put the dash in there between that, right? So that gives me the 1991 Hulk, H2 Marvel Universe Series 2 hologram English. So we're going to go ahead and select that. I'm going to give it the same value of $5, and then I'm going to add it. So that's 3 cards. Next up, we have Spider-Man. Yeah, we have Spider-Man from 1990. You probably cannot see that when I show it that way, but hopefully you'll be able to see it on the other camera that's sitting off to the side here. But we have Spider-Man H1, as he should be, the top of the list. So we're going to type in H-1 and see if that gives us a 1991 Spider-Man. Let's see if we can find that. 1991. I see a 92. 91. There it is. 91. This is the series 2. So we're going to go ahead and select that, and we're going to give it a $5 value and add that. Again, I'm super pumped about sending these in and having them come back. This next one is an advanced comics, card featuring Venom. And this one is slightly damaged, but I'm still going to send it in. I remember as a kid staring at these trading cards just over and over and over again. This one, however, does not have a number designation on the back side of it. So we're going to see, this is, and look for the release of Marvel. So this is I think a series 3. I think this is considered a series 3, but it's from Advanced Comics. So let me see if I can search for this one. Venom. I guess series 3. See if we can find it that way. Series 3. This is 1992. Let's see. It's on the back. It's not anti-venom. I don't even know if this option is here, to be honest with you. I'm not exactly seeing it because it doesn't have these numbers. Not the H4 technically. I'm not quite sure how to reference this one. Oh, you know what? I think this might be it. So this is So there's two of them that are almost identical, except for this one that says hologram promo. And I think because this one is an advanced comics rear, that this may be the promo version. So we're going to go ahead and select that option. And like the others, I'm going to go ahead and just give it a $5 value here. And I have one more really cool card. This is an Incredible Hulk card from 1992, but it's actually green, which I think is really cool. It has a green, it's a green hologram. So I think that one's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and get this one ready. And I think this one, does it have a number? Yep, H1. All right, so let's go ahead and type that in. This is H-1 and see what we get. And I think that's it. 1992 H1 Series 3. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And again, give it the $5 value as all the others. So those are essentially the cards that I'm going to submit in. We have cards from 1990, 91, and 92. And again, all of them are holograms. So let's go ahead and review the cart, see what information that gives us. My total here for 6 cards plus handling is $132.50. So we're going to go ahead and select the shipping method and prepay and save. Is that my only option? Ship on your own? I don't like that option. So let's just say 1. How many boxes will you be using? I guess 1. How many fit in the box? It'd be helpful to know that. So let's just say 1. So I will have to go ahead and fill out the rest of this form. So bear with me as I attempt to do that. Let me go ahead and complete the rest of this form. All right. So we're trying to process the order here. Fingers crossed that all goes well with this. All right, so it looks like the order has successfully been submitted. Looks like I can go ahead and print off a packing slip. And there may even be some detailed packing instructions. So I'm going to have to check that out to make sure that I pack everything up properly. But I'm very excited to send these cards off and ultimately to have them come back. I will probably do an unboxing and will give you guys my impression of the process overall in terms of turnaround time and how the cases actually look, feel, et cetera, et cetera. So I definitely want to encourage you to stay tuned for that. If you are not already a subscriber of the channel, I definitely want to encourage you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And that way you won't miss out on any of the content that comes out from my channel. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.